If you want to see me use a new brow product, the browluxe pencil, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène, and yes, we are going to try this browluxe brow pencil today. Why am I trying on a brow pencil just as is? It's because it's quite exciting for me because it is a local company. So the company is in Winnipeg, which is my city. They're literally a 15 to 20 minute walk away from me. That's how close they are to where I am. And it is a brow called a precision brow pencil. And I came across this product by accident at my hairdresser's. And I asked her about, why do you have these brow pencils? And she said, well, it's a local company. What? So of course, you know that I had to pick it up. And it was, I'll admit, it was a pretty penny because it was selling for $30, although I see on the box that it sells for $21.95 Canadian. So the price was a little steep when I bought it. But it says the address right on the carton. It's so close. It's, like I said, 15-minute walk from me, 2 blocks away at most from the high school I went to. I mean, this is really, really local to me. And I thought, how can I not try this product out? If you want to know more about this product, you can go to their website. And I saw the website on here. browluxe.ca. I will have it on the screen, but I will also put the information for this product in the description box for you. I'm yakking. Let's get right into it. It is 0.07 grams, which is normal for a brow pencil, and I got it in taupe. I do find that taupe often works for me, and so I've opened up the box, and here is the pencil. It is quite luxe. It's a gold finish. I like that. And it looks like it has a spoolie on one side. It's very reminiscent of the Brow Wiz, but I do know that the head of the pencil is not like Brow Wiz. It is the triangular shape that we see sometimes in brow products, and I've never tried one with a triangular shape, so that will be quite a new experience for me. So that's what it looks like. Looks pretty good. Looks relatively light, but I think I'll be okay. And I think that's all that I have to say as far as information on this product before I start using it. So I've taken the cap off. Now, are the two caps the same? Because that's one thing that drives me nuts. Okay, it looks like they're interchangeable. Let's try it out. I'll just retract it just in case. Yes, the two caps are interchangeable. Thank you. There's nothing that drives me more nuts than two caps that look the same, but they're not interchangeable one end to the other. Okay, so we're good. I took the caps off. I'm going to roll it back up. Okay, and I have a mirror here for me to do the work. And we're just going to try it out, and I'll give you my impressions as I'm going. Now, I don't have a full face of makeup yet. I did do all of my base, and I did one eyeshadow. That's not true. I have Wheat from the Smashbox Matte Exposure, and then on top of it, I have Black Plum. But it's just my base because I am going to be playing with this guy again in the next video. So if you want to see more of this Nocturnal Nirvana by Pat McGrath, then you want to stay tuned for that video. And I'm going beyond purple and gold. I'm going to go into the blue and the green as well. I think I have it figured out the way I want to for my purposes. So we'll see how that look turns out. But for now, we are doing the brows. And I always start with the tail of my brow and work my way in. So that's what we'll do right now. And I have to admit, because it's triangular in shape, I'm kind of guessing how I want to use this because I've never used a pencil like that. Now, I've used pencils that you just have to sharpen, which of course they get duller as you go. So it's not as though I haven't used a thicker penciled before. You just do when you have to sharpen them, but still a different experience. Okay, so right now I'm going to say it's a good color match. So that's nice to have as opposed to a bad color match. Now I'm getting blonder, so I figured taupe would be a good match no matter what. So that, yeah, that's applying. It's smooth, it's not tugging at my brow hair, so that makes me happy. I always go on the bottom of the brow first and then lighten up as I'm going over and higher. Okay, this is going really well. I'm liking it, and I'm going to go very light on the innermost top of the brow, so I don't put too much product on. Now, given I'm left-handed, this is always the easier one to do. It's a little bit patchy. I'm just going to fix that a little bit. So that's my primary concern when I'm using a pencil, is that it's not too stiff where it's pulling on my brow hair, and this one is not. It's pretty creamy. I don't know how it does as it gets older. This is brand new to me, although I don't know how long it's been sitting there in inventory for the shop. But it seems pretty creamy to me. And yeah, I would call this brow done, except I'll put brow gel at the end of this. But I'm ready to go on the other side. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to just take a Q-tip. Sometimes I feel like I go a little bit too high, and in this case I feel like I just need to clean up a tiny bit on the end here, and I just took off a tiny bit. It just looked like it went a little too high, so now I'm happier with it. Just going to spool through one more time. I'm so used to having some brow products that don't have a spoolie incorporated that I always pull out a spoolie. All right, so just putting a little bit more up, or rolling a bit more up. And we are back to the drawing board, so to speak. I always like to start with the edge of the arch before it ends up at the tail. I find that that's a good anchor point to start working on the brow. I don't like starting on the inner because I find I just apply too much product. Whereas if I start here and it's kind of my anchor to go this way and that way, it doesn't really matter as much if you put a little bit too much at the high point of the arch, because one would expect that you would have more brow hair in that area than on the inner portion of your brow. Hopefully I'm not blinding you with my compact here. It's very blingy. Okay, so still not pulling at all. I'm pretty happy with that. Well, I might have put a little bit too much on the inner lid here. Not inner lid, but inner brow. My mind is always on eyeshadow. Inner lid, eyeshadow. I'll use those terms when they're not even appropriate. Okay, so let's take a look at how deep this one is compared to the other side. The nice thing is with a spoolie you can also lighten it up if you've gone too far. And I'm more in on this side than that side, so I'm going to bring that one in a tiny bit. I just finished using the Dip Brow pomade for 10 days, and there was definitely, there still is, I'm not there yet. There still is a learning curve on that one for sure. So the only tricky thing I'm finding is because it kind of goes up and down, that I have to try to avoid using it sideways, because otherwise I don't get strokes. I just would get a flat streak. Now maybe that works, but that's just not what I'm trying to do today as I learn how to use it. So now this one, this side is it the same thickness? Yeah, I would say so. That's not bad. Okay. So as far as I can see, that is my completed brow with this browluxe pencil. And if you're curious, I did say it was local and the spoolie is a little bit bent. It is local. What I can say about local is it's not manufactured here, but the company is located just very close to me. And so it says Winnipeg, Manitoba, but the component itself, the product itself, is manufactured in Korea. So that's what it says. So it says Winnipeg, Manitoba business, but made in Korea. Very cool. I'm happy with how it applied. Now I'm going to see how it works with the brow gel. I'm going to use the Anastasia brow gel. And then I'm going to just do a wear test. If I have any comments, I will put them as a pinned comment under this video. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy. It's a good color match for me. I think it did a good job. And yeah, let's set this and see what the final product looks like. And for that, I'm going to use, as I said, the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And let's do the brows here. Set, set, set. I just pat when I get to the tail end so that they stay in line. I have a decent amount, as in a decent size of brow, so I don't like to go too dark because I feel like all that people see are eyebrows coming at you. There are a couple of videos, I would say a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, where my brows in a couple of videos are so dark that the whole eye look is taken over by these brows coming at you. So I've lightened it up a little bit, and I think that that looks better. So let me know what you think of the application, what you think of the browluxe brow pencil. Like I said, $21.95 Canadian. I will put the equivalent US price on the screen if you are curious. And browluxe.ca if you are curious to know more. And of course, that link will be in the description box as I promised earlier. And no, this is not sponsored. I just came across it by accident, by luck, you could say. And I'm, so far, I'm happy I did. And with that, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.